Hello guys, welcome to Beginner's Guide. In today's tutorial, we are going to learn about JavaScript string methods. I'm sure that we know how to declare the string variable. As I said, a string variable can be declared within the double quotes or single quotes or combination of both single quotes and double quotes. So here is an example. Here is the string saying hello, welcome to the JavaScript tutorial. May I know your name? That is a string. So I'm going to use the prompt method. I have even showed you how to use this prompt method. So it is going to give us the prompt box with this message. So if you want to pass the string, it has to be either in the single quote or in the double quote, or sometimes you can use the combination of both single quotes and double quotes. So here I've created the variable called username. So this one would be stored into this particular variable. So I have created another variable name called message. So in this variable message, I'm going to collect the values from this username variable. Then I'm going to print them with some messages saying nice to meet you together with the name that was entered by the user. And then I'm going to say I hope you're enjoying it. So when I run this one, you know how it works. So when I run this one, it's going to bring me this pop-up window asking me hello, welcome to the JavaScript tutorial. May I know your name? So when you type your name, let's say John, when you click enter, it's going to display like this message, nice to meet you, followed by this username that we have collected from this prompt box, this exclamation symbol, followed by we are going to say I hope you are enjoying the lessons. No wonder we have gotten this message. So this is how we can create a string variable in JavaScript. Now let's move up and try some useful operations that we can do with strings. The first one is string as objects. Almost everything in JavaScript is objects. When you create a string, let's say, let me remove this one. Let us create a simple variable. Maybe let me say string. I'm going to say hello world. So in this case, this variable will become a string object instance. What do I mean to say string object instance? So this variable is going to store the string value in case if you want to find out the length of this particular string. So there is a method in JavaScript to find out the length of the string. So how am I going to find out the length of this particular string? Simple. Let me say I'm going to create another variable var string length as a variable equals. So what do I want to do now? I want to find out the length of this particular string. So if you want to find out the length of this particular string, so this string is stored into the variable name called str dot, just type length as a property, then it is going to give us the length of this particular string. If you want to find out, let me just do the console log. I'm going to pass the str length because that is where my length is. When I save this one, it should give me the length of this particular string. Here the length of the string is 11 because in this particular string the length is 11. Why? Because there is 5 letters here, then there is a space, so that one will also consider as a length. So the space will be counted 6. There is another 5 here, so 6 plus 5, the length of this string is 11. So this is how we can use length property in JavaScript. So you might be wondering why this length property, what is the use of this length property? The length property is useful. For instance, you can use it to count how many characters a user has entered in one of your text views. It can help you to write a program that will tell the user to shorten their entry as well. So this length property is very useful. Then the next string method is retrieving the character. For example, if you want to retrieve the characters, for example here there are characters like H, E, L, L, O. These are characters. If you want to retrieve the character, all you need to do, simply put square brackets after the variable name and write the number inside them. For example, what I'm going to say, so remove this str.length. So instead what you're going to do, I'm going to say put a square bracket, just write the number. Let's say I'm going to write the number as 4. So when I save and refresh, is going to give me O. It's not 0, it's O. So which O is that? You may have expected that this str4 would return the 4th character. In this case, 4th character is L. But what you can see them here is O. Do you know the reason why? Because this is an array. So the array index starts from 0. So the H would count at a 0. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. No wonder that we have printed O instead of printing O. I hope this one is clear. So if you want to retrieve the character, you can use the square bracket, pass the array index value in order to print the characters into that particular string.